President Donald Trump is sick and tired of Nancy Pelosi's game playing. Several times on Thursday the House Speaker stated, there is not going to be any wall money in the legislation. Pelosi was feeling pretty muddy wielding her power, and that's when Trump had enough. If walls are immoral, maybe we should take down California's, said the president. Well, that's when Pelosi really lost her mind. You'll love this. Nancy Pelosi is trying to outmaneuver the president and hoping to convince Americans that we don't need to build a border wall. We are not having a negotiation over this right now. They are having a negotiation over there. There is not going to be any wall money in the legislation, Pelosi said. After saying maybe we need more ports of entry, a foolish remark, Pelosi added, it is not a negotiation for the president's sake. What did he say today? He said it doesn't matter what Congress does. I knew he wanted that all to himself. President Trump sees the game playing and knows the Democrats will never agree to fund the wall. So, he decided to taunt the speaker. You will have so many people coming into our country that Nancy Pelosi will be begging for a wall. She will say, Mr. President, please give us a wall, Trump said, referring to her assertion that walls were immoral. He said it would be interesting if he took all of the physical barriers from California and put it in Arizona and Texas, joking that it was an option that some people had suggested. That's when he added, if walls are immoral, maybe we should take down all the walls that are built right now. In California, you would see a mess like you've never seen before, he said. Well, Nancy really lost her mind. Talking like a crazy woman, she referred to walls being born and tried to compare them to cell phones. We can't make this stuff up. By the way, Pelosi began, when some of these fences were were built, the technology was not what it is today. So you have to look at technology in a new form. Just as we say that we all just get landlines in our homes, or should we have smartphones? Well, what should we be doing on the border like a landline versus technology that our personnel on the border should have, Pelosi said. What? What in the hell is she talking about? Wow, Trump really rattled her cage. She must have been coming from her cocktail hour when she heard the president was threatening to take out all border walls in California. But that's not all. After she tries to make this futuristic sell about how we just need updated technology, but no wall, the House Speaker then went back in time to World War II. Pelosi said she'd back Normandy fencing used to finish approximately 700 miles authorized by the 2006 Secure Fence Act. If the president wants to call that a wall, he can call it the wall, Pelosi said. Are there places where enhanced fencing, Normandy fencing, will work? Let them have that discussion, she added. Well, guess what? Normandy fencing is named after the D-Day invasion which took place in Normandy, France in 1944. That's really not up-to-date technology as Nancy is suggesting we must have now, is it? Someone needs to tell the speaker that it's World War II technology and that we can do much better in 2019. We can build a real wall for $5.7 billion that the Border Patrol chief has made clear we need. But it doesn't really matter, the president has made it clear the wall will be built without the approval of Pelosi and her Democrats in Congress. The president now has two options without Congress to build the wall, and White House insiders say behind scenes he is already getting started. Trump can declare a national emergency, and he also has an option to legally take funding from other places in government and get started without a national emergency. Republicans on the Homeland Security Committee are wasting their time. Democrats, despite all of the evidence, proof and caravans coming, are not going to give money to build the desperately needed wall. I've got you covered. Wall is already being built, I don't expect much help, tweeted Trump. The president will get his $5.7 billion and fund the wall, one way or another. There is too much at stake. He realizes not only was this his signature promise to Americans but with the influx of caravan after caravan hitting our southern border, he really has no choice. As for Nancy Pelosi, she comes out of this looking like a fool. From harping on walls being born to smartphones, The truth all Americans see is she has no real reason not to fund the wall. Come 2020, as the president goes up for re-election, he can proudly point to our border and say he saved American lives with the wall.